Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X researcher and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one's entitled Two Sun Simulators Producing Two Shadows, No Real Sun in the Sky. Now, figure 1 below shows two screenshots from a YouTube video showing a truck on the road with two shadows. You can see the two shadows on either side of the truck there. And the person filming stated that he was moving northwest and it was 11:05 a.m. The two shadows are perpendicular to the truck but on opposite sides. And they also appear to be exactly the same size. You can see they're about exactly the same size. In addition, the two shadows appear to have the same decreased light intensity, indicating that the two light sources giving rise to them are of the same intensity. In other words, they are of equal brightness, or one is not brighter than the other. This means that this was not likely to be due to the real sun and the simulator being in the sky, as the real sun would tend to be much brighter than the sun simulator. And also, a sun simulator will be on the same side of the sky as the real sun, thus making the production of shadows on opposite sides of the truck impossible. So the simulator would be on the same side as the sun, because if the real sun was still in the sky, following the idea that some people have that the sun is covered by a sun simulator, then obviously they would have to be on the same side. But in this case, obviously that's not the case, and you can see the shadows are of equal brightness there. So these are screenshots from a YouTube video by Jammer, Craig from 17 October 2018, and it's entitled Two Shadows. And a big thank you to JFP for showing this to me. Now, a truck produces two shadows, as you can see, which are exactly aligned on opposite sides of the truck and of equal intensity, suggesting two equally bright light sources are associated or situated on opposite sides of the truck. And only artificial light sources could be so closely matched and aligned. Now, it's also unlikely that we have two natural light sources or suns in the sky, because these would not be likely to be equally bright or be exactly aligned on opposite sides of the truck. So this is what we have. We have the truck moving northwest, so this would be the north direction. This would be the ground, two-dimensional surface. And so that means that the trucks are on either side. So one is in the northeast and the other one's in the southwest, exactly perpendicular to the direction of motion in order to produce those shadows on each side of the truck. And if we look at the vertical plane, then we have the back of the truck here, and we have the two shadows on the ground. Then that means that the two sun simulators are exactly aligned and at about the same angle in the sky with respect to the horizontal, about 60 degrees. So hence we have two equally matched sun simulators in the sky producing shadows, which means that the real sun is not in the sky. If the real sun had been in the sky, the real sun would be brighter than the two sun simulators and overwhelm the shadows which the two simulators produce. Thus, the real sun would produce an easily distinguished shadow and overwhelm any shadow that any sun simulator would produce. So the fact that we have two equally matched shadows shows that the real sun was not emitting light at the time, agreeing with the other evidence I have uncovered, which suggests that the sun went dark by 1998. And you may look at Article 607 entitled The Sun Stopped Shining at least 21 years ago. Article 536 was the sun already not shining by 1998. And Article 500, the sun is no longer shining, review. And that's just a few of the articles I've written on this. But this diagram illustrates what I mean. If we had the real sun, and it's obvious that the atmosphere in our sky is now not as bright as it used to be, So if the real sun was in the sky, its illumination would be much brighter, so that the only shadow that would be visible would be the one that the real sun would produce. The shadows produced by the sun simulators would be overwhelmed by the real sunlight. And this is illustrated by this diagram. So if we have the real sun, then it would cast a shadow. The truck would produce a shadow on this side of the truck. So that would be the truck shadow there produced by the real sun. And so the other shadows produced by the two sun simulators would be overwhelmed. This one would not be visible at all because real sunlight would be falling on the road on the side. So this shadow would not be visible at all. Real sunlight. And on this side, it would be overwhelmed by the real shadow of the truck, which now appear to be darker because the light emitted by the sun is brighter. And wherever, if it wasn't absolutely aligned, exactly aligned with the sun simulator, then wherever the shadow of the sun simulator would be in the light emitted by the real sun, then it wouldn't be visible. It would be the same as this one on the side. So in conclusion, a truck forming two shadows suggests that there were two equally matched sun simulators in the sky on opposite sides of the truck, which were also both at the same angle in the sky with respect to the horizontal direction. The real sun was not shining. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.